Hi guys, Roger Snipes here. So today we're going to talk about training biceps. So I just wanted to give you a couple of key information to help you work out which part of the bicep you would like to train, whether it is the short head or the long head of the bicep. So the short head basically runs on the inner part of your arm and bicep on the outer. Now, you can pick up a set of dumbbells and do different variations of the same exercise to work either long or short head of the arm, and sometimes even a combination depending how you feel. Sometimes people might go to the gym and think, okay, I know I'm training biceps because I'm doing a curl, but they don't know which part of the biceps they're training because they don't understand the positioning of how their hands are supposed to be. So if I pick up a set of dumbbells right now and I was to do curls, I can do curls like this, or I could do curls like this. And you might ask the question, well, I can physiologically see the difference, but what difference does it make when I'm actually training the bicep? Would it make a difference in how my arms will be developed? And I would say to you, yes. The reason why is because when your hand changes position, so does the engagement of your bicep. So if my hand turns this way, you can almost see how my bicep moves slightly, and it kind of further engages more of the bicep. Probably not too sure how much you could see there, but if you just watch the rotation of the wrist and how the arms move, it will show you which part is engaged. And if you was to touch the arm, you can feel the difference as well. So when I turn with my hands palm facing up, this will feel tighter. If I turn my wrist to the side, this has become softer. Up, tighter, softer. But then as my hand is like this, actually it still feels a little bit soft, but it is a bit tighter. If I turn it up, then it moves more over here. So you could probably feel it a bit more on the front down here, but it's like the tension shifts from one side to the other. The moment I'm palm facing up, tension goes here, turn this way, tension moves from here and goes more on this side, even though it still doesn't feel super solid. As you're curling, you'll actually be working the whole part of the long head of your bicep. The long head actually makes up more of the bicep tissue than the short head, hence the name. So, as I said, you could do different variations of that. You can do, let's say you're working the long head, you can do it in front like this. Or you could do it across the body like this. Both are pretty much the same, in all fairness, but you probably find it a little bit harder going out. Probably because it's slightly further away from the body. Anytime you do an exercise where the weight is closer to your body, it's going to feel a little bit more easier. So this is with the palms facing towards you or palms facing in. If you have the palms facing out, now the short head of your biceps are going to be engaged. And you're going to feel the tension on the inner part of your arm. What you'll also notice when you are working the short head of your bicep is when you are choosing weights, you will notice a distinct difference with how much you can lift. So if you could lift, what's this, 8 kilos, if 8 kilos is a challenge for you, then what you'll find is the moment you go to anything like a hammer curl position where you're training the long head of the bicep, it will start to feel easier and you'll notice the difference. So something to bear in mind whenever you are developing the biceps and you're looking at your arms and you're thinking, okay, what am I trying to work on here? You might have a beautiful peak on your arms, but it's not the desired size. So with that, you might think, okay, I'm gonna start to engage a bit more hammer curls, which is like this. Or you might have thick arms, but you want to create a bit more detail. You want to have a bit more of a peak, a bit more shape, a bit more cut. So then you might start to do more curls where you, they call it supination or supinating, where you actually have your palms facing up and engaging the inner part of your biceps. What you'll also find when you're doing any kind of hammer curls is that you'll be engaging the forearm as well, or the brachioradialis. You'll be engaging that a lot more, so you'll actually start to develop a bit more thicker forearms. So if that's something of interest to you, do a combination of both and see what works for you, or look in the mirror and think, okay, what might be more developed than another, and you might only do one of them for a long period of time. There's no rule to say that you must do normal straight bicep curls and not hammer curls, or the other way around. Another thing to bear in mind is you've got bars like the easy bar, which is kind of shaped like a W, which turns your wrists at a 45-degree angle. So I think the reason why it feels a bit easier is because you're engaging both the short head and the long head. So it takes the tension away from 100% on both sides. So what you'll find when you're doing it is that, hey, actually, this is a lot easier. So if you want to work a bit of both, easy bar is very good. So it's the bar which is shaped a little bit like a W. Hope you enjoyed this. If you have any questions, please leave it in the comments below. Thanks for watching.